Thank you, Madam Chair, ministers, fellow delegates, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the U.S. government, I want to thank the United Nations and the government of Switzerland for hosting this third session of the Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction. I'm pleased and honored to lead the U.S. delegation at this important conference and join everyone here in contributing to a really worthy cause. I'd like to acknowledge the recently released Global Assessment Report as an important tool for defining the scope of our challenge and as a sobering reflection of the growing risks that we all face. On behalf of the American people, I offer my condolences to our partners in Japan and around the globe, in Haiti, New Zealand, Chile, China, Pakistan, Russia, Australia, and elsewhere, who have borne the terrible consequences of natural hazards since this platform last convened in 2009. These events, as well as the environmental and economic damage to the U.S. Gulf Coast and its communities resulting from the BP oil well blowout last summer, and the current conditions across the U.S. underscore the need for continued investments to make our cities, towns, and communities in which we live and the infrastructure and ecosystems upon which we depend less vulnerable to the forces of the nature of our changing planet and to the risks posed by society's technological development. Development based on sustainability to enhance human well-being while conserving the Earth's natural systems is one of the paramount challenges of this century. The U.S. recognizes that disaster risk reduction is an important component of building a sustainable future, and that such efforts should be a cornerstone of climate adaptation strategies. Towards this end, the U.S. continues to endorse the goals and applies the principle of the HYGO framework for action. Under the leadership of the Obama administration, the U.S. remains committed to strengthening its role in disaster risk reduction, both at home and abroad. Like the rest of the world, we struggle with perennial risk as well as new challenges to reducing vulnerability. To address these challenges, we continue to make significant investments in the natural and social sciences, in technology, and in community participation to inform decision-making for disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation. Recent examples include the Federal Emergency Management Agency's Whole Community Planning Initiative, development of a national disaster recovery framework, a national level exercise focused on the earthquake hazard in the central U.S., and recommendations for national climate change adaptation strategies. With respect to regional cooperation, I'd like to thank members of Canada and Mexican national platforms for joining us last November to review the HYGO framework, share expertise, and discuss opportunities for regional initiatives. Recognizing that hazards do not stop at national borders, we look forward to these continuing discussions. Around the world, we hope to continue to work with many countries and communities to reduce our vulnerabilities through our many agencies as well as our federal science and technology agencies. We look forward to participating in the productive sessions of the Global Platform, finding new ways to share our practices with others, and to learn from our international colleagues about how their experiences may inform policymaking and practices in the U.S. We thank you very much, and we look forward to working with you towards these common goals.